might be wondering, why are the lights up? What is with the grainy quality of this picture? Why am I wearing a hood? The answer to that is simple. I am doing a very cheap and very poorly done cosplay of Bucky Barnes after all the shit that went down in Captain America the Winter Soldier. I got the eyeshadow look, I got the hood when he's in the Smithsonian looking at the monument to Bucky Barnes. Yeah. The grainy quality, that's just how my laptop rolls, so I think I gotta add something to it, frankly. Or that's just me being a really good person who's a really good bullshitter, frankly. So yeah. Right, well, let's begin. This is going to be a video talking about my Bucky Barnes feels. Bucky Barnes feels, yes, sorry. That just didn't sound right at first. Right, so Bucky Barnes. Frankly, I'm going to try and talk about how I feel about Bucky. Some of it's going to be shallow. I might make a couple of comparisons to Tom Hiddleston and Loki. Deal with it. If you don't want to watch that, you can just go. And also, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen Captain America, the First Avenger, or Captain America, the Winter Soldier, you might not want to tune in. Or if you don't really care, then just take a seat, have some popcorn or a drink, and enjoy me making a fool of myself. So, what do I like about Bucky? I like that Sebastian Stan took this character that could have easily been one-dimensional and made him very multi-layered, because remember, the scene I really liked was when we first see the Winter Soldier confronted with Captain America. And when Steve finally sees him and goes, Bucky, and the Winter Soldier goes, who the hell is Bucky? And right after that, when he's with Pierce, and he's just like, I knew him, or I know him? I forget which. And he's clearly remembering that he somehow knows Steve. They could have seriously just been like, Sebastian Stan could have easily gone, no, when I'm the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes is dead. I'm just a mindless killing machine. But no, he's already vulnerable. Just saying Bucky, he's already starting to crack, and I think that's great. You see the vulnerability already, and I think that's wonderful. He's been put through hell, and he could have easily just been this mindless thing, but no, he's still got his humanity to him. He's just like he can't kill Steve, even though he's like, you're my mission, I have to kill you, even though Pierce has to clear his head to make him this mindless killing machine again, and just, go kill Captain America, but he can't, because Steve's his bestie, Steve's his friend, he's with him till the end of the line, and so is Steve. Steve's with him till the end of the line, I mean, and that's beautiful, I think. And just another part of the vulnerability that I like is the scene when he's getting rebooted, and he puts the mouthpiece in, and he just looks so childlike when he does that. It's amazing. It's like he's so resigned, like, okay, well, that's what the boss says. It's like, what must that baby have been through? Because then it's like he thinks Pierce's word is gospel for the most part. I mean, he can't kill Steve, which I like. Otherwise, I guess there wouldn't be a third Captain America, but that's beside the point. Just this vulnerability about him. You want to hug that poor baby. He's been through hell. You don't want to be like, don't kill Captain America, but you want to give him a hug. It's like, Bucky, sweetie, baby. It kind of reminds me of Loki a little, except you're like, Loki, you little shit. But I like this parallel. It's like Bucky, Bucky and Loki have kind of been through the same thing. The past few decades for Bucky have kind of been the black hole that kind of Loki dropped through. Like, what must have Loki seen in that year and to get to Thanos? And then what must Bucky have been through all those decades to get to this point where he's become this killing machine. Not mindless, but just, he's God. With the things that must have gone through, it's like his heart of darkness. That's a Tom Hiddleston reference, because Tom Hiddleston said that, like, when Loki had to travel through all those dimensions, it was like his heart of darkness, or Apocalypse Now adventure, but But yeah, I think the parallels between them are kind of fascinating. Loki's very vulnerable, but so is Bucky, but they're both different. Like, you want to hug. You're just like, Bucky, baby. I mean, I'm kind of like that with Loki, but then you're also like, Loki, you little shit. So it's different. It's just, you see the nuances there, and that's wonderful. And what else do I like? It's, it's not like Sebastian Stan just, I think it's what great actors do. They take this character and make them their own. Tom Hiddleston did it with Loki and Bucky. Sebastian Stan did it with Bucky, and I like that. It's just, I think that's definitely the mark of a good actor. So just all the awards to Sebastian Stan. I always go back to this on the helicarrier when Steve keeps saying the things to him that he said to him back in the 30s, like, I'm with you till the end of the line, I'm not gonna fight you, you're my friend, I'm gonna stick with you. And it's so beautiful because, like, right before he drops, he's just like, I'm with you till the end of the line. I know I keep saying that, but just babies, besties. Oh, I mean, Bucky was Steve's family for, like, after his parents died. It's like, his best friend was the closest thing he had to family. He defended him like an older brother, like when Steve was getting picked on, or when he wanted to enlist so badly, and he was willing to lie on his forms. And then and Bucky's just like, this isn't some back alley fight. This is war. And I saw this great post on Tumblr, by the way, about how someone said that Bucky got drafted rather than, like, he enlisted. Um, I think if you just go look on Tumblr, you can find it. If you want, I'll include a link. Well, if anyone watches, but just it's so great because that says a lot. I think because it made me think, because the person who made this original post said it, but it's like, would Bucky have enlisted if he hadn't been drafted? Like, did he ever want to go to war? I mean, who does want to go to war? I think some people do, but maybe Bucky didn't ever want to go to war. But here's Steve. He's just like, I wanna do this. I want to stop the bullies. And it's just like, baby. Not for kind of some shallow parts, just Sebastian Stan. A very nice specimen of man to look at, no? Okay, I know this is going to sound really bad, but I love the scene where we see Bucky, like, actual Bucky when he's with Steve after the funeral of his parents back in the 30s. Oh my god, he looks so good with his hair slicked back and that suit. I mean, granted, he's going to a funeral, so of course he's going to look good, and I feel really bad because, like, he's been to a funeral for his best friend's parents. You shouldn't be thinking this, but he looked so good, guys. Oh my god, yes. Sorry, he looked so good. Seriously, men in really nice suits are like lingerie to women. Probably some men too, so, or just however you. Anyway, so yeah, I know that's really shallow, but Sebastian Stan, guys, come on. And then just Sebastian, and as the Winter Soldier, I mean, good God, did you see the arms on him? I know that was the metal arm, but that was his arm under there, and just you've seen how built he is on his abdomen. It's just like, yes, good, even though he's being brainwashed, and it's like, baby, no, but just like, hey. He doesn't have a shirt on. Hello. And you just know that he had to get in shape. I mean, we saw what happened in Thor, and we saw how Steve looked. And just, he looked so good. And I know that's really bad, but he looked so good, guys. He looked so good. So yeah, I was like, I have feels in more ways than one. Shallow and deep both. And speaking of deep, this is a terrible segue to the Potomac scene, but I still can't get over the scene when Bucky jumps in and pulls Steve out of the Potomac and leaves him on the side, and just, I mean, you probably might have seen that coming. I don't know. It might have been I might have been able to guess that Bucky was going to jump in and get Steve and save him, but I don't care. I mean, it could have made it so cliche. Maybe some people think it's cliche, but to me personally, I think they did a great job of it because the music was perfect. He pulls him out, and just, again, Sebastian Stan's fantastic acting. Just his facial features, he's just, like, resigned. Like, my life is ruined. I gotta go fix my life or get my life figured out. And just, like, resigned. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I can't kill Captain America. I can't kill Steve. He's my best friend. I've been mucked up in my head. He looks so resigned to his fate. Like, my life's ruined. What am I gonna do? So he's got to go try and get his life figured out. I could run circles around how insane this bit drives me because he just looks so lost and resigned to his fate. Baby. And then he just leaves him on the side of the Potomac with that beautiful music in the back, and it's just because he's got to go get his life figured out. Or figure out he's got to go piece his life together and see what he can build from it. And then we cut to the scene, like the after credits scene when Bucky's standing in the Smithsonian, looking at his bit in the Captain America segment, and it's just, you hear the noise in his head, kind of it sounds like white, like really bad white noise in his head, white noise is supposed to be good, like this doesn't sound good, it's like roaring sounds, and he's just trying to piece together his life and try and remember. It's heartbreaking. Just so heartbreaking. Again, Sebastian Stan. All of the awards to Sebastian Stan. That man will win an Oscar one day. He will. Okay. I think I've covered all of my bases about how I feel about Sebastian Stan. So I'm going to stop here. And I'm going to contemplate my feels and cry some more. I hope you all enjoyed this and the atmosphere and whatnot with the facial features. And I hope you enjoyed this video about my Bucky feels. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Bucky baby.